Hi, I'm Robin, and this is Robin Wanders.
Grand Rising! Today is day 4 of the American Dream Tour. It's about 10:45 in the morning, and I'm about to take Johnny into Sturgis for an oil change, and then we're hitting the road. We're gonna go see Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse, possibly Spearfish Canyon. I think today is gonna be our last day in South Dakota before we head to Wyoming, so adventure day!
Yeah, it's pretty wet down there.
So what do I do? What do I need to do?
Just keep an eye on the oil.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you haven't had any, was it low at all? Quart low. So you've been driving for a while, and for it to burn a quart, that's not horrible, but you.
So you think I need a whole new tire?
No,
Oh.
just need to get it fixed.
Oh, okay.
It's probably just a nail or something in it. Would be my assumption.
Got it,
It's
okay.
just leaking, so.
Where should I go?
So you see that red roof?
Yeah.
That's your tire right on there.
Okay.
So you can go that whole thing's gone, and there's just a gap there.
Okay.
Then you can see these.
Yeah.
Cracked. I think there's one over here that's gone.
They said I just needed a new valve. And they didn't charge me for it. I said South Dakota people are so nice. Thank you, Mr. Tire. I hear dollar stores in the States sell alcohol. That's hilarious. Okay. Ooh.
All right, now that I got Johnny's oil changed and the tire checked, we are back on the road. We have about an hour and 10-minute drive to Mount Rushmore. I feel like everyone knows at least one person who's been to Sturgis Bike Week. This is off season, so it's a little more tame, but it was still really cool to see this iconic city. Since 1938, Sturgis has welcomed motorcycle enthusiasts from across the United States and around the world to this annual motorcycle rally. Maybe Johnny and I will have to come back next year for the 85th anniversary in August. House? Are you kidding me? It's off season, so Keystone is a little quiet, but I could see this town being so much fun during the summer. Lots of stuff to do for families, and it's only 10 minutes away from Mount Rushmore.
I had no idea all of this was here. I had no idea.
It kind of reminds me of Niagara Falls, Canada.
like that.
Perfect.
And you'll go in the left lane, and you go to level 5 or level 6.
Okay.
You can pay for it there.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy.
We officially made it to Mount Rushmore. Let's go check it out. I am crushing goals this year. I made it. I made it. I made it to Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore is a national memorial in South Dakota that features colossal sculptures of 4 U.S. presidents carved into the side of a mountain. The 4 presidents, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln, are chosen to represent key periods in American history: the nation's founding, expansion, development, and preservation. The memorial is located in the Black Hills near Keystone, South Dakota. The carving of Mount Rushmore began in 1927 and finished in 1941. A team of more than 400 men did the actual carving.
It was, critics said, a preposterous idea, an outrage against South Dakota's Black Hills. What arrogant stone carver could possibly improve upon God's mountain sculpture? But as the faces of the great men sprang lifelike from the mountain, Rushmore simply overwhelmed its critics and dazzled the world, just as the Republican ideals it honored had inspired and dazzled mankind in 1776. The project was conceived by a gentle scholar, Don Robinson, in 1923, at a time when the nation was prosperous and cocky. Robinson...
I just find it so fascinating. Those guys just hung off the side of a mountain to carve this. Incredible. The meaning of Mount Rushmore. The 4 American presidents carved into the granite of Mount Rushmore were chosen by the sculptor to commemorate the founding, growth, preservation, and development of the United States. They symbolize the principles of liberty and freedom on which the nation was founded. George Washington signifies the struggle for independence and the birth of the Republic. Thomas Jefferson, the territorial expansion of the country. Abraham Lincoln, the permanent union of the states and equality for all citizens. And Theodore Roosevelt, the 20th century role of the United States in world affairs and the rights of the common man. I don't know how people could hate this country and live here. We here in America hold in our hands the hopes hopes of the world, the fate of the coming years, and shame and disgrace will be ours if in our eyes the light of high resolve is dimmed, if we trail in the dust the golden hopes of men. Theodore Roosevelt.
That's from the 60 inches. 60 inches. Now, from the 60-inch model, I could take measurements and call them all feet. 60 feet, you see. So the nose is 23 inches. Here.
Despite the less than ideal conditions, there were no deaths during the carving of the sculpture. So I thought I was gonna make it to Spearfish Canyon today as well. I might have to do that on my way to Wyoming tomorrow. I'm running out of time. I still have to see Crazy Horse. Okay, so Crazy Horse says it closes at 4:30, but that might just be the visitor center because Custer State Park closes at 12. So I might be able to make it to see Crazy Horse. I almost have better luck finding Bort. I can never find one with my name on it. Oh my god, Pops used to collect these magnets when I was a kid. We had them on our fridge. Oh, so fun. Okay, so change of plans. Just wandering, that's what I do. She just told me to take either Needles Highway or I'm gonna go through the pigtails. Yeah, I'm gonna go through the pigtails. And yeah. Illinois, Oklahoma, Georgia, Tennessee, Michigan, Idaho, California, Texas, Colorado, Canada, New Mexico, Minnesota, Alaska. No way. Wyoming. And Southwest. Maryland. Hi, dear. Something told me my day wasn't over yet, so I am driving half an hour to Custer State Park, and I'm going to see if I can make it to Crazy Horse. So because I was on a bit of a time crunch and didn't really have this planned out too well, there are different routes that I could have taken to Custer State Park, one of them being Needles Highway, but I took Iron Mountain Road, an 18-mile winding route connecting Custer State Park to Mount Rushmore.
I don't know how I managed to miss the Ironstone Highway Drive, but apparently this view of Mount Rushmore is stunning on your drive out of a tunnel on that road. That road is more on the eastern side of the park. Hi there! I can't believe they're just wild like that. I'm in Custer State Park. Hi there! Bye! Wow! I didn't even see that. Hi guys! What you doing? You eating? Pardon me? Yeah. It's $12. Oh, okay. I made it, you guys. I made it.
My fellow chiefs and I would like the white man to know the red man has great heroes also. Chief Henry Standing Bear wrote these words in a letter to sculptor Korczak Julkowski in 1939, opening the doors to a partnership and friendship that would result in the world's largest mountain sculpture and eventually the Indian Museum of North America and the Indian University of North America. The Black Hills and grew up with the traditional ways of the Lakota, preparing him for his future life as a warrior for the tribe. He was not named Crazy Horse at first. He started out as Curly, possibly because he had wavy hair. Later, after he proved himself in battle, Curly earned his father's name, Crazy Horse, Tashunkawitko, which means his horse is crazy. In 1876, Crazy Horse led a band of Lakota warriors against Custer's 7th U.S. Cavalry Regiment. At the time, it was called the Battle of Little Bighorn, or Custer's Last Stand. Some Native Americans call it the Battle of the Greasy Grass. Many Native Americans look on that battle as a victory over a much larger force. After the battle, the U.S. government rounded up Northern Plains tribes that resisted. Crazy Horse continued to resist, and in 1877, under a flag of truce, Crazy Horse went to Fort Robinson, Nebraska. Negotiations broke down, possibly because of incorrect translations. As Crazy Horse was escorted to jail, he struggled and drew his knife. And
start up again, crankle up. Just after till one hole, get down about a foot, and you could hear the big Buddha, kaput, the kaput, the kaput. Down I go again. One day I did that 9 times. You know, that gets awful old. Oh, I tell you, that walk up and down there was terrible.
Ruth and Korczak married on Thanksgiving Day, 1950. The following year, Ruth helped her husband start drafting 3 books of comprehensive plans for all aspects of the mountain carving, ensuring that the work would continue. The couple built and operated a large dairy farm and lumber mill at Crazy Horse to help sustain Crazy Horse through the difficult early years. Every winter, they added a room or 2 to the visitor complex, which also housed their growing family, which would total 10 children, 5 girls and 5 boys. Everyone helped with the multitude of chores at Crazy Horse.
You see why we had 10 children. They were all, the boys were necessary up on the mountain. And the girls were necessary down here to help Mother with the visitors. All I hope they'll ever have is strong backs, and good minds, and believe in living for other people. And since I started my life with just my hands, and now I would think, I can only leave them the same inheritance. It's up to them to make their own life. Right a little of the wrong that they did to these people. Because this is part of American history. You know, there's an old saying, and I've quoted it 2 or 3 times in my life, and it goes like this. When the legends die, the dreams end. And when the dreams end, there is no more greatness.
Crying like a little baby.
What?
Ugh. Just the fact that one man had such passion to create something so, like, monumentous is like, I just feel like people these days aren't that inspired in life, you know?
I agree.
And I don't want to sound like I'm being negative, but, you know, Mount Rushmore and now this, it's like, yeah, people's ambitions.
Rushmore has its place. It's got the patriotic part of it.
Yeah.
And this has its place too.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a fantastic deal.
It was getting close to closing time, so I took a quick walk through the museum. The project was initiated in 1948 by sculptor Korczak Jolkowski and his family and his descendants, including 7 of his children who continue to work on it today. While Korczak originally estimated the project would take 30 years, it is now estimated that it will take many more decades, if not longer, to complete. The memorial's construction has been slow for several reasons, including the hard, iron-rich rock, the family's dedication to working slowly and carefully, and the project's reliance on private donations.
I'm just blown away.
Readmission pass?
No, it's okay. I'm going to Wyoming tomorrow, so I won't be around.
Where in Wyoming you going?
Casper first.
Going to Casper.
Yeah, I have a friend there, so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm from Canada, so I'm just wandering around.
Where in Canada?
I'm from Manitoba, but I've been living in Ontario for the last 3 years. So, yeah, just wandering around.
Well, thanks for visiting.
Thank you.
Drive safely.
Just a couple of crazy horses. Johnny got 2 new tattoos today. Crazy horse. Now Rushmore. Wow, what a day. I have about an hour and a half drive back to my hotel, and then I guess tomorrow I'm leaving South Dakota. There are deer everywhere in South Dakota. Hi guys! Oh my god, the whole field is looking at me. Hi! I'm driving back to my hotel, but I saw there's a route that goes through a town called Mystic. So naturally I was like, I need to see this town, but it's taking me down a dirt road. Hi cows! Dinner! Run, turkey, run! I'm like in the middle of nowhere, but I keep seeing these signs for people and bicycles. Where? This is Rockford. I am just getting back to Deadwood. I accidentally, but not accidentally, took like a windy gravel road to get back here. Anyway, all I ate today was those waffles and some pretzels. So I'm gonna go get something to eat. I was gonna leave in the morning and possibly do Spearfish Canyon and was it Devil's Peak on my way to Wyoming. But honestly, I think I'm gonna stay one more night. Like the $37 a night, I'm not gonna find that anywhere else. So one more night. I'm gonna think about it at dinner. Jesus, I don't have headlights. I knew the brights weren't working. Hi. So I'm obviously trying to not drive at nighttime, but I got caught driving at nighttime, winding roads, and I'm like, oh, my headlights don't really seem like they're working really well. It's because they're not working. So I knew the brights weren't working. I left Canada without my brights working, but now my actual headlights don't work, so that's not good. Anyway, I wandered into Cadillac Jack's. I'm not a gambler, but I was hungry. I was like, let's just check it out. And I'm so glad that I did, because the flippin' Jets game is on, the Winnipeg Jets. So I might have to stay one more night, because I'm gonna have to take my car tomorrow to get my headlights looked at. I can't be driving around without headlights. Yeah. So I was planning to go to Spearfish Canyon, but headlights are important, so. Oh my god, I got a chalupa and an enchilada. And the chips are free. My cute server just gave me a discount. I just got pulled over, but he was so nice about it. I was literally just in front of my hotel. I was following another vehicle up the hill. I made it. Oh well. Getting the light sticks tomorrow.
Hi, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can see where Robyn wanders next.